Welcome back to the pregame. Time now for our talk with Coach Pedersen, brought to you by Liberty Communications. Coach moved to 3-0 with the win over at Williamsburg last week, and good, hard-fought victory for the Bears.
I'm really impressed with the first half. I thought the offense played very well. I thought the defense played well the entire game, and I thought the special teams were pathetic.
Well, let's start defensively. A situation where obviously Caden Weegen's a guy you're focused on. They really took a lot away from Williamsburg through that first half, and it's just what they've been doing each and every game so far.
They're a very good defense. We were very gap solid. We run to the ball very well, and they communicate. I'm impressed with our defense right now. I think they're getting better each and every week, and I think that's important because you have to have a good defense in order to have a championship quality team.
How much of that is technique, and how much of that is just the mindset of the 11 guys out on the field?
Technique. I mean, it's really technique. You don't run around and have a track meet, during practice. You got to have technique solid, and that's what we're doing right now. And I'm impressed with the way the coaches are working technique, and they need to continue to do that.
Well, you mentioned special teams-wise. We get up 17-0, and then a kickoff return lets them back in. We go up 25-6, kickoff return gets them right back in. What did you see on film this week?
Well, we saw some kids who were totally undisciplined. They did not do what they were told to do, and a lot of those kids are not on the special teams anymore. We had a 3.5-hour meeting Saturday morning after the game. We looked at the special teams. We changed them completely around, different personnel, and I think you'll see some improvement this week from our special teams.
Well, one positive note from the special teams, Kale Federal. Another field goal this week. He's remained perfect so far in the season, extra points, and he seems like he's really getting focused and locked in from that kicking position.
He's a good kicker. He's starting to develop into a really consistent kicker, and we're still trying to work with him on kickoff as well. So we have a lot of competition going in that position between him and Peyton. But as far as the extra points and field goals, he's doing a super job.
Well, and then offensively, you said, especially in that first half, the offense did a lot of good things. That was one going in that, Williamsburg shows a lot of different things defensively up front, so that offensive line really needed to communicate. And, there was some instances where maybe there's some growing pains, but I think they really grew up a lot more through that game.
No question, that was our best offensive game. Didn't quite have the firepower in the second half that we did the first half, but a lot of things were stopped because of penalties. We had 11 penalties for 120-some yards. That's totally unacceptable, and we've really worked hard this week on reducing the number of penalties. We can't beat yourself in a game of football. You got to be consistent, you have to be error-free, and you want to play for perfect perfection and perfect effort at all times, and we are getting better in that area.
Looking to show some more improvement as we head here for week number 4, taking on Tipton tonight over in the county seat here of Cedar County. What are you expecting to see from the Tigers?
A tremendous football team. They're 2-1. They're a 2A school. They're bigger than we are. They should be favored in this ball game. They're a bigger school than we are, and we're going to go down. And we've played 3 2A teams this year in non-district games, and this will be our last district game against another 2A opponent, and we're just going to go over there and try to compete against these big guys.
All right, Coach, we're looking forward to it. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
That's our talk with Coach Butch Pedersen, brought to you by Liberty Communications. Back with more of the pregame. You're listening to the Bearcast at westbranchfootball.com.